Yo, what's going on, boys? Just got back from some leg day. You can see my face has a bunch of water weight in it. I got a pimple going on. My hair's a mess. Need to shave. Cars are a disaster from the snowstorm. So all this is getting taken care of tomorrow on my off day. I finally get a break. You know, it's like go, go, go all the time. I want to talk about time is your biggest currency, even more than money in some cases, because let me tell you, time, money per hour, whatever you want to call it, you're not going to get that back. You know, I could spend my time right now cleaning this up. I could clean up the toolboxes that are kind of a mess. I could go wash the cars right now, or I could go learn a new skill, study. There's all kinds of avenues you can take with your time, right? You can go play video games. When I was a junior in high school, that's all I did with my brother was just play Call of Duty and all kinds of stuff because it was fun. It was a way to escape reality and whatnot. And you know, my dad would come in and say, hey, what are you going to do when you grow up? You know, you got 2 years left and then you're 18 and you're going to be kicked out pretty much is what he was pretty much implying, that I was going to have to go live on my own and figure it out, whether you go to college or not, military. I was like, you know what? I like working on cars, so let's go try to do mechanical engineering. And, you know, I went and did that and, you know, I passed and everything, but you know, even more than that, because now that we're working all the time, and working is good because you get money that way, your time is limited now. You got to squeeze time. This is why I'm waking up at 5:30. I've been posting all the shorts of me doing my morning push-ups. Just waking up every single day, I have a headache. You know, and probably because I need to eat some breakfast, but I like to fast, so it's okay. Um, but I'm telling you, just squeezing that time, trying to go to bed by 10:30, 11 at the latest. Um, you know, and yeah, maybe it's cool to like watch or listen to something relaxing for a second to shut your brain down because you can't just be going all the time. I'm not saying to do that. But you know, I was talking to this guy, he's in his 50s, and I was asking him, man, what's the biggest struggle you face? Because I know he says that he wants to lose some weight. He's not like super overweight, but you know, he could do some work on himself. And he's like, you know what? I think it's the drive. Because I guess when you get in your 50s, you feel a lot less of the testosterone, just the like I want to go get it, you know. And he's like, when I was your age, I was able to just keep that up. I said, so when did you feel that drop off? And he was like, well, it was around 40. So I'm guessing around 40 I might have an issue, but I don't know. Everybody's different, biochemistries, whatnot. So, you know, he's on testosterone or whatever, and you know, medically. But I'm like, what would it take for you to actually want to change? Because the issue is he's making a lot of money, right? He has his lavish lifestyle, and so he's good. And so when you kind of reach the top of the hill, you no longer are searching for anything else. Oh, you know, I got all the money, I got the house. It gets comfortable. And this is what I've been telling you guys. Comfortability is going to kill you. Comfortability, oh, I'm good now. Like even this house right here, guys, I've been falling into the comfortability trap for the last 2 years. And I just woke up and I was like, you know what? This is unacceptable. And I promised God, I said, you know what? I'm not going to waste any more time. So we're making a video every single day for, I mean, as long as I can help it. But that's just the way it is. And so I was like, wow, you know, your eyes get opened up a little bit, your mindset changes, and you realize I'm behind. You know, like we're doing good, but I feel like I could have been so much further. And don't be discouraged by that. Start now. You guys who want to start a YouTube channel, go ahead. Now's the best chance ever you're gonna get. You guys that want to like learn a new skill and go do something else and try something else, go try it. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, it didn't work out. Now I get to go back to my job that I don't like. So what? At least you can say you tried. That's exactly why I'm trying for this Air Force job. Because I want to have no regrets one day and come back and say, you know what? Just because they didn't want me doesn't mean I'm not good enough. So what? Maybe God didn't want that to happen. But I can at least say, hey, I gave it everything I had. Perfect scores on the pilot section. Perfect scores on the game. It's like a game you have to play. So, you know, I aced the interviews, got letters of recommendation, gave it 110%. because you don't want to come back one day and say, you know what, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, and then all of a sudden it's too late, right? And then now you're going to have to sit there and answer to your family, God, whatever, one day and say, you know what, well, I just wasted my time away. So that was just something I felt that really deep today, and I figured, hey, I'll bring that up because time. And this is why I harp so much on time management, because, guys, I've had days where I just wasted an entire day on just scrolling on Instagram and then looking up and being like, oh, it's gym time, wasting 3 hours at the gym, coming back and wasting more time. And then I look up, I'm like, why is it dark out? Like, what did I do? Like, it didn't feel like it was that long, but it definitely was. So keep track of your screen time. Keep track of, hey, if I'm going to have some fun, if I'm going to hop into a VR game, guys, I love VR. It's one of the coolest things. If you've ever done Call of Duty Zombies in VR, it's awesome. I love doing Digital Combat Simulator as well, flying the F-16, the F-18, the F-14. I love those things. But you end up in a different reality, and all of a sudden, woof, what just happened? All the time's gone. So what I used to do, well, I still do, I just don't play it as much, is what I'm trying to say, is every single time I'll do like a VR thing, I'll just put on my timer, hey, I'm going to play for 30 minutes, and then before you know it, the timer's going off. And you're like, well, that's it. And you got to be disciplined enough to say, you know what, how about 10 more minutes? Don't do that. Just say, I set this timer, I'm going to do this. You set a timer to get up, because now you're going to mess up your next day, right? So this is the kind of time efficiency and the promises that you're making to yourself, so you don't sit here and waste time and destroy your own confidence into who you want to be. So this is what's worked for me. So don't take my word for it, but I would highly suggest, go ahead and experiment. Once you start setting those goals for yourself, and if you need an accountability partner, get a friend, give them $100 and say, hey, if I don't wake up and make this video with timestamps and all, then you get to keep my money. And why is it $100? Well, make it 1,000. I don't know, whatever hurts you, because it's pain that's gonna hit you. Like my dad, like when we didn't do like certain chores or whatnot, he'd be like, okay, give me like $50. He wants to hit it where it hurts, because a lot of times when you grow up, you can't get spankings or whatever, but you can, like, they can start taking money from you, or not giving you money, or charging you rent, like certain different things, as you're growing up. But yeah, that's just a couple things I wanted to say on this video. Just flowing straight out, no scripts, no nothing, just, hey, I just think of the topic and I just kind of riff off of it, and just kind of use my experience. So anyway, boys, I'm gonna try to see if I can get this pimple figured out, get my haircut tomorrow for next video, and shave. This is a disaster. I feel gross, and that's not a good way to be. So a lot of times when I'm saying these things, it's talking to my younger self. So if some of you guys who are younger than me, use that as motivation. Some of you guys who are my age or older, start getting to work now. There's no reason to wait. Everyone wanted to wait for January 1st to start getting to work. Nah, get to work now. You have 24 hours to figure out what it is you want to do, and go and do it. Make a list. I always use notes and just bullet points. What am I going to do today? And then get it done. Use Google Calendar, however scheduler tool you want to use. And unfortunately, if you want to be successful and be ultra successful, and to really leave a legacy, you're going to have to follow this schedule. I wish I could just say, you know what, yeah, I just want to play video games till 2 in the morning. I can't do that anymore. I can't even sit here and make videos till 2 in the morning, because my bedtime is a certain time, and that's the time we got to do. Oh, what time is your bedtime? Oh, I'm grown. I don't have to go to bed. That's what you hear from certain types of people. So be disciplined on yourself. Some of you guys, maybe if you were in the military, you kind of know what that means. And, you kind of grew up with it. Just keep that rolling. Some of you guys who aren't, you're just going to have to do it yourself, or get an accountability partner. And if you're married and she's not helping you out, I'd have a serious talk. Like, I need you to help me with this. This is something, like, they should be there for support, and you can help them out as well. But this is just kind of my opinions on it. So anyway, boys, in a world full of fakeness and deception out here, keep dominating your realities. See you in the next video.